In the previous session, we introduced the if statement and discussed the available comparison operators: equal, identical, not equal, not identical, less than, greater than, less than or equal, and greater than or equal. In this session, we discuss the available logical operators, which allow us to combine multiple comparisons using and, or, exclusive or, and exclamation point, or not, negation. And then we examine some more complex comparisons and if statements. As a reminder, when values are examined by PHP, determine if they have a logical value of true or false. The following values are considered false: the Boolean term false, numeric 0, whether positive or negative or unsigned, any empty string, the null value, an array with 0 elements. All other values are considered true. Especially note that -1 is considered true, which differs from some other languages. Also, recall that the terms true and false are case-insensitive when considering the Boolean value of an item. In a strange reality, the character string quote false quote is considered to be true, since it is a non-empty string. Literal values and variables by themselves are considered to be expressions. So is any combination of these using operators such as arithmetic operators, logical operators, concatenation operators, and so on. So on evaluation of an expression, the value may be considered to be true or false using the just listed definitions. You can combine multiple tests in a single if statement using the logical operators. Here, $A and $B represent expressions as before. $A ampersand ampersand $B. This is true if both $A and $B are true. You may also code it using the word and, if $A and $B. $A vertical bar $B. This is true if $A or $B or both are true. You may also code it using the word or, $A or $B. $A XOR $B is true if $A or $B is true but not both. Exclamation point $A is true if $A is not true, that is, false. Let's consider an example. Suppose we want to report back the applicant's birthday in an email. Our form has 3 pieces named B year, B month, and B day for the birthday, which our CGI gathers into $B year, $B month, and $B day, respectively. Now, none of these are required, so there are 8 possible combinations of provided values and non-provided values. And depending on what's provided, we'll construct the text in our variable named $birthdate. So if the user supplies year, month, and day, the text we will display in the email in $birthdate is, we're born on $B month, $B day, $B year. So it'll look like March 7th, 2000. If they don't supply a day, just a year and a month, then we'll say, we're born in $B month, $B year. That is March, 2000, for example. If they supply month and day, then the text will be, we're born on $B month, $B day, like March 7th. If they just supply $B month, the text will be, we're born in $B month. For example, we're born in March. If they specify year and day without a month, then we'll just specify the year, because a day that's not related to a month doesn't make sense, so we'll just say you were born in $B year. And of course, if they just supply the year, then the text will be, we're born in $B year. In both cases, it's 2000, of course. If they only supply $B day, there's really not enough information to say anything, so our message is insufficient birthday information. And if no values are supplied, we say no birthday information provided, or just skip the message altogether. There are several ways to accomplish this. First, simply code 8 if statements. If $B year and $B month and $B day, braces $birth date equals, quote, were born on $B month, $B day, comma, $B year. Now, notice the outermost parentheses, which are setting off the comparison, which is comprised of 3 comparisons separated by AND logical operators, asking, is it true that $B year has a value and $B month has a value and $B day has a value? If so, this is what we're going to do. The next one is similar, except we have an exclamation point in front of $B day. And remember, that means that it's not true. So they've supplied a year and a month, but not a day. So we say birth date equals born in $B month, comma, $B year. On this next example, there was no year supplied, but there was a month and a day. So the birth date is were born on $B month, $B day. If there's no year and no day, but there was a month, then we say birth date equals were born in $B month. Then if there's a year and a day but not a month, we just specify the year. Birth date equals were born in $B year. If there's a year but no month and no day, then birth date is were born in $B year. If there's no year and no month, but there is a B day, then birth date is insufficient birthday information. And if none of them are supplied, then we say birth date equals no birthday information provided. Now this gets the job done, and if you're careful, it's not too complicated. But it is somewhat unsatisfying. For one thing, all 8 statements will be executed even if the correct answer is found early in the list of tests. This could be a performance problem. Well, not likely for these few statements, but in more complicated situations it could be. We'll look at an alternative approach, nested ifs. I thought it might be helpful to see as we develop a nested if construct live. So we're going to stick with the same birthday formatting, month, day, year, and see how we can simplify this and make it more efficient. So we start out with asking if $B year, which of course you'll recall means we're asking if there's any value in the birthday year field. And of course then you have a statement that you're going to include for that if. Now here's the trick. The statement I want to do is another if. So now I say if $B month. So now we're asking, in addition to if there's a value in the year, is there also a value in the month? And again, we're going to have one or more statements to issue if this is true. And in fact, I'm going to do one statement, and I nest one more, if $B day. So now we're asking if there's a value in the day field. And if there is, the way this is set up, it says if there's a value in the year, and there's a value in the month, and there's a value in the day, then we'll set up birth date equals were born on $B month, $B day, comma, $B year, close quote, semicolon. So here, we're basically saying if there is a year and a month and a day value, if they're all there, then this is what we're going to put in $birth date. Now, just to do this one step at a time, I thought I'd take the whole thing and check for the syntax. Make sure we don't have any errors so far. And I'm using a site, Peely app, which is a PHP code syntax check. So what you do is you paste it here, and you click on check. And it tells you if it finds any errors or not. So here, so far, we're good. Now, go back to the code. Now, suppose there isn't a birth date. So here what I'm going to do is say else. And again, we'll have a statement. And this time, we have a year specified and a month specified, but no day. So what we decided equals, let's see now, no day, we're born in $B month, $B year, and quote, semicolon. So now I've got the complete if-else then, and again, I can check this much for error, so I can highlight it and Control-C, go over here, reset, yeah, and just paste the code, check it now. Oh, so far so good. Now, next thing I want to do is say, well, what if there is no month specified? So that would be an else. So here, I say else. Now, one thing I wanted to show and emphasize is that you can line these up. Now, PHP doesn't care, but I think it really helps the programmer to line things up so you know which else is paired with which if, and same for braces and so on. So now I go over here, and here, when I get to this point, there is a year, but there's no month. Now, I want to know, is there a day? So the thing here is now I'm asking if $birthday, so there is a year, but there is no month, is there a day? And if there is, then I'm going to say $birthdate equals, quote, now let's see, we have a day, but no month. And we do have a year. So we're going to say we're born in $B year, because you may recall that we decided it didn't make any sense to specify the day without a month. Now, along the same line, what if there is no B day specified? In that case, we have basically a year with no month. So birth date equals, and it's the same text, $B year, because again, the lack of a month doesn't help things. So now I've got month true, month false, and within each of those, day true and day false. Well, let's see, maybe we better check how we're doing code-wise, and come over here, and I can just highlight that and override it, and check. Whew, no syntax errors there, and we're getting there. Now I want to know is, well, suppose there is no year. So now I have an else tied with our very first question. So this first half is if there is a year specified, and the second half is if there isn't a year specified. And actually, the structure is going to be the same. Yeah. So down here, now it's different though, because in this I don't have a year. So here I have to take the year out and the year out, both those cases. Now this last case here is there's no year, there's no month, but there is a day. So we decided on that one that would say there's insufficient information. And the other one, the else, that's when there's not even a day, so no information. There's no information for birth date. And as we said in the other lecture, maybe just drop it totally. Now, that's the whole thing. So here, let's see, well, I'll take it and copy it, and then come over here and overlay it and check it. No syntax errors. Whew. All right. So that's the process of creating a nested if. And now there's really only one statement here. It's one if statement with an else clause. So the first time something is true, it will do the assignment and then skip to the end of the statement, which is after this closing brace. I hope that helps in understanding how nested ifs work. In this lesson, we examined the logical operators and, or, exclusive or, and not, or negation. And then we used them in the if statement. And we looked at nesting if statements. We also introduced the PHP syntax checking site https://www.piliapp.com/php-syntax-check/. In the next lesson, we explore some useful techniques for working with strings in PHP, as well as how to format the current date and time. See you there.